Sup, y'all? I'm back again talking about the dark night of the soul. Also making a smoothie because I'm going to be taking a drive to go pick up my beloved son. And I'm like, hey, let's just talk about some shit and then get the hell out of here. I always start with an orange juice base. So, I've been reading now, like, more and more about, when you're healing and you're in, like, a setback or whatever, that you think maybe you're not healing, but actually the setback is part of the healing. So acai, frozen. So like that's I'm kind of chalking it up to that. I miss like caring and I miss having motivation and inspiration, but also I'm just kind of like whatever. I don't mind being like relaxed too. But, I mean, it's definitely cold out, so, I mean, what a good time to just sit there and integrate. I do want to say, though, I don't know if anybody's familiar with the Spirit Optimizer, and I talk about those just a little bit on my channel. I use them every single day, but I don't always talk about them. God, this is cold. Like, wish I had somebody who, like, knew what I liked and would, like, make a smoothie for me. That would be really nice. These things, I would never buy these again. I didn't even mean to buy those, by the way. When I first started using the Spirit Optimizer, and I did like the first round of activations with it, I always put a shit ton of spinach in my smoothies. That Spirit Optimizer, for like 3 weeks, I went through like a reset. And I could tell what was happening, you know what I mean? Like, when you're doing healings and you're serious about this shit, it's like your whole body kind of needs to catch up to what you're doing in the quantum field. So, like, I'm not really surprised. It's never really a convenient time, though, because, like, I don't know. It's whatever, I guess. I mean, all right, so I'm putting some greens. I am just trying to just stay nourished, stay healthy, give my body the support that it needs while it's doing all this integration. One thing that really sucked about the first time I went through like the that whole Spirit Optimizer thing, I was having a really good sex life before I started all that crap. Not crap. Before I started all that healing, and I just wasn't having any interest after that. It took me about a good like month and a half to kind of get back to my vibrant self. And I wonder if that's what's going on now, because normally I can like, I'm already pretty high frequency, so I mean I'm used to being in high frequencies and like working with high frequencies all day. But I got the newest Spirit Optimizer. I have them all, but this kind of happened after I got the orange one. But you know, I don't think it's that, because I had that for like a good couple of weeks before this happened. So, you know, there's no telling. It's probably just something in the universe. So after I added all that stuff, now I just top it off with orange juice and I blend. I will say, however, yesterday was the full moon, and I have noticed a little shift. I've had a little bit more interest in my businesses today. I've had a little bit of a romantic interlude with a new guy who seems like kind of a soulmate type. Hang on. Okay, all done. Soulmate types are kind of a breath of fresh air after dealing with twin flame and a karmic twin and false twin and like all those trauma bonds, like fucking hell. You know, looking forward to seeing where it goes. I just want to have a good summer, you know. I want to have someone to do things with who's freaking hot, and he is hot. And I'm not going to talk too much about it because I don't want to jinx it, but you know, whatever is meant to happen will happen. I got to look at things like that. And pretty much that's how I'm trying to live. I have done a little bit of scripting. You guys, scripting is not my favorite. Like, I'm kind of a sloppy writer. I kind of feel like my brain and my thoughts move so fast that scripting seems like kind of an annoyance to me, but everybody was saying, oh my God, do scripting with this full moon. So I'm like, okay, fuck it. I did it, right? Ideal life experience. And I broke it down into 4 categories. How I want, like what I want my experience to be from men, money, healing and spirituality, and family. So I got 4 categories going. Doing a little manifesting with that. And yeah, so I'm definitely going to keep you guys updated. At the beginning of the year, I really decided I wanted to dedicate myself to making more videos because I wanted people to see like the not the ins and outs, I guess the ups and downs and stuff, but it's really hard because, you know, you're living your life 24 hours a day. And even if you make like a video that's an hour long, you cannot possibly include everything. So, you know, take all that with a grain of salt. I do think I've come a long way. It's Women's Day today, so, you know, there's a lot of women out there who don't get the chance to ever enter into healing. And there's a lot of, what's the word? Like, can you see my mind's been blank? It's a lot of, I don't know the word, doing wrongs to women, like still going on, like a lot. That needs to change. Let me tell you something too. I've been eating sea moss since like November. First, I started buying the gel, and I would eat 2 tablespoons a day, and they make that gel taste good like other things. They make it taste like fruit. And you can buy some gel in a jar for like $40 a jar, give or take. And recently I was at the health food store and I saw that they had the powder form. Let me tell you, the powder form is way stronger than the gel because it's just the sea moss. Even if you put it in a smoothie, you can still taste like a marine type taste, which I'm not that I'm not one of those people that like will only eat something if it's yummy, you know? Like I understand certain things are good for you and they might not taste the best, but like, oh well, you know, I want it in my body, so I just eat it or drink it. Yeah, so I'm trying to keep back up with making smoothies. Because I think it's a really good way to get nutrition. But yeah, right now, I'm on my period. I'm kind of tired, but I'm okay. And I'm really just, I'm spending a lot of time promoting my businesses on Facebook. And like, I want to meet new people that care about this stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I, you know, it's not that Facebook is the only way, but it's kind of like where I'm at and what I'm doing, you know what I mean? And yeah, I'm on other social medias. I mean, you could find me if you want. If you want to find me on Instagram, my name is Divine Sugarcane Goddess Angel, I think. Maybe it's just Divine Sugarcane Angel. I don't know. Anyway, I feel like I'm a little blah today, and I don't know why I'm like, oh, I'm going to make a video, but I feel like I'm talking a little bit blah. I feel a little blah. I'm still a little blah from this dark night of the soul, right? But listen, this full moon last night, this Virgo full moon, it was like a closing up of a 30-year cycle. And the most affected by this are fixed signs. Taurus being one. Taurus is a fixed sign. I'm a Taurus. I'm a heavy, heavy, heavy Taurus. If I showed you my chart, you'd be like, wow, I don't know if I've ever seen any more Taurus than you. My sun sign's a Taurus. My moon sign's a Taurus. My Venus is in Taurus. My, shit, I need to just get this chart out and literally read it off. There's like, I have so many different houses in Taurus. Like, I'm not no expert about that, but I've had 2 different people read my chart and they're like, wow, you are heavy, heavy Taurus. So I'm a very, very fixed sign. And not to mention that I'm also a projector in human design. So like the thing about a projector is we are kind of just, we're meant to be at rest 80% of the time and only be motivated and working 20% of the time. So pair that with what people say Taurus is, or just like to lay around and sit around and eat, like for sure we do. I feel like I'm like so much of that. Like you're gonna find me sitting at my house. I love to go out, don't get me wrong, but you know, I'm not a real self-starter. Like I need somebody else's energy to like get me motivated. You know what I mean? It's hard to look around at all my own stuff and all my own doings and know where or how I can make something better. But if I have someone around who's kind of like lending their energy and, you know, maybe they're sweeping something or moving something in a certain way, it sparks me to like want to do stuff too. So my niece came over a few days ago and she wanted me to do her hair, so she helped me clean and I did her hair, and that was nice. I feel like, you know, I got a lot done around here, because when there's two people, it's just better. So anyway, mushroom jerky. Have you ever heard of that? It's pretty good. It does not make you trip. It is just a healthy snack. But yeah, I'm gonna get off here because I feel like I'm just kind of blabbering on. But I do want to make an ASMR video of like pulling a oracle card, so I might do that. And if you guys have anything specific that you want my opinion or my expertise or me to talk about or make a video on, or even a light language to make a video on, go ahead and make a suggestion. And I would really like to build up this community, you know, so feel free to comment or share. And I know this isn't the most exciting video I've ever made, but you know, on other videos, if, you know, it's like I am looking genuinely for people to connect with. So I guess I'm just putting myself out there and just talking about how I actually really fucking feel and think about certain things, you know? Anyway, wish me luck. Or send me some positive vibes, because I'm posting a lot on Facebook today about my natural soap and natural bath product business. I'm pretty excited about this, you guys. Like I need to be able to have an outlet for something. And that is it. So I mean, hey, if you wanted to go check it out and you're on Facebook, it's Dionysius Body Bliss with Erica. And I know that's a hard spelling. It's Dionysias. Kind of like the Greek god, but it's Sias instead. Dionysius Body Bliss with Erica. Send me some good vibes that I'm going to like get some likes and some purchases on that, because it's like, you know how, okay, so I have like 2,000 followers on Facebook, and I've not really weeded through. Like, this is just, I really do check people out before I accept a friend request. But I mean, I do post a lot publicly, so like anyone can follow me, right? But you know, I make this new page and I send out an invitation. I invite all, like, and so far I've gotten 10 likes, which, hey, that's cool. 10 likes is cool. But like, if I have almost 2,000 people, like, hi. I feel like in this dark night of the soul, I'm really fighting, or not fighting, but I'm feeling how I'm just overlooked. I feel invisible, you know? And like, it was weird because yesterday I was on another, you know, I like to hop on people's lives, you know what I mean? Like, especially like these coaches, that the ones I would kind of look up to, or feel like they're actually doing shit in their life that I would want to also do. I hopped on a live, and she's doing these live channelings and live healings, and it's like she actually really dedicates like a lot of time to helping the people, right? Like she took like 20 minutes on one person and was just kept going on, and like really was able to help. And when I first got on the live, there was only 4 people on. She's like, oh, okay, who wants a live healing? Like, I was second to say, oh, yeah, you know? And then she's like, okay, everybody say what you want help with. And I'm like, anytime she prompted people to speak and interact, I did. And then, like, then at the point where she had taken the person who commented before me. I figured I would be next. Then she went to the person who commented after me. And I was like, okay. And then she's like, well, who's still here? Who wants a reading? I said, I'm here. I would love some help. And like, she's like, okay, anybody who's still here, comment on like what you're, you know, what you're needing help with removing or like shifting. And I'm like, I'm really feeling ignored lately. I want to know how I can attract people in my life. Not, you know what I mean? Like, not only do I want friends, I want customers and dates. So I'm like, I really, I like, you know, healing is linear, or healing is a spiral. It's not linear. So it's like I'm coming back around to, you know, somewhere when I was younger. And I do recall, I've always felt excluded, ignored, invisible, passed over. Like, it's as if I don't exist. Even though I'm like, hey, I'm here. Like, see me. Do you guys see me? I feel like it's almost like when you're standing in a big group and everybody's having a conversation and like, yeah, you're there. But if you try to speak up, nobody listens to you. Nobody even looks over at you, and they just continue their own cross conversations. And it's like, do I walk away and stand alone? Or, you know what I mean? Like, that is something very, very heavy, as well as abandonment, that has probably been one of my main woundings. And like I said, you know, I feel like I've shifted so much, but then when this dark night of the soul hit, here I am right back there. So it's like, you know, I'm talking about this is telling me like, okay, I probably need to go back and do some inner child work on this, like feeling like I'm just passed by and left out. And my emotional needs for connection were unmet for ever. So, if I come off as like in your face and trying to like latch on to people, like they say that that's what can happen. Like, when people are so starved for human connection and emotional connection and like a bond, we get so overly excited about like maybe talking to someone that our energy, even if we're just calmly talking and trying to be normal, our energy is so excited to like have someone that we like almost reach out and try to latch onto the person and hug them, but it's suffocating for the person, and then they don't like our energy, and so they want to go away. And that's like, that was a big thing for the twin flame dynamic. If you're a twin flame, you know how badly you just want to be with them. And it's like, even if you're not chasing, it's your energy chasing. So it's like, you know, got to get back into that inner child and just try to give that inner child what you can. But it's like, you know, I don't feel like anyone can really fully heal from not receiving that which they need until that need is met in a way of it. I didn't have to force someone to give me attention. I didn't have to force or coerce or control someone to give me the attention, the connection, the conversation that I need. It's just that they want to give it to me. They want to hear what I have to say. They're interested. They like me. They want to support me. Like, this is what I'm trying to call in here. So, you know, that's what's going on. So I'll be back. I'll be back for another video. And I hope talking about some of this stuff is helpful to somebody who's watching it, because trust me, I know what it's like to feel completely alone. And I know everybody's journey is different, but you know, feeling alone is a universal thing for some of us who have experienced, you know, like, or should I say, did not experience human connection and love, you know? And there's a lot of women who are healing right now and going through that. And, you know, I think part of the isolation is purposeful, so that you can get to know your own energy, your own likes, your own dislikes, but it doesn't make it easy. Just because it's, you know, for a purpose doesn't make something easy. Like, it's, loneliness is still one of the more unpleasant things to feel. So, you know, before this dark night of the soul that I just entered, I was alone, but I actually got pretty content and happy about being alone. I was unbothered. I mean, yeah, there was some very cold winter nights where I kind of felt that, damn, you know, God, I wish I had a man to snuggle me, you know, but it wasn't that bad. It was like, whatever, you know, I'm cool. Like, and then this dark night of the soul brought that actual loneliness feeling back. So, you know, you can be alone and you can feel lonely, but you can also feel very lonely when you're with somebody or next to somebody. So maybe one thing has really nothing to do with the other. It's just a feeling that can come through, pass through. And you know what they say? The pain will leave when it's done teaching you. I gotta go. Bye.